I love this baseball team. I really just love this baseball team. But what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another post game here on Mets Centrals. The New York Mets kick off their opening or their series here against the Miami Marlins, opening it with a shutout, winning 2-0. And again, similar to what it's been most of the season, it wasn't pretty, but the Mets find a way to get the job done. And that's what's great right now is that they, again, are not clicking on all cylinders and are still finding their way. The good news is a lot of the top of the offense gave something to be happy about outside of Brandon Nimmo. But you got a lot of good production from the top of the order. You got some production from Tyrone Taylor. Stop disrespecting the man, as he gave some really good at bats today, ended up contributing with a huge RBI in this game. And then this pitching, like it's been all season, just absolutely nails. No need to worry. And it sucks with Kodai Senga because I really felt just watching him deal out there that he maybe could have gave a little bit of volume as well, maybe go 6 innings, but I get it, keeping him on the pitch restrictions here, and you don't want him breaking down early. I completely understand it, and I'm in support of the decision. It's just unfortunate that, it had to be that way, considering the fact that he was dealing. And if this was a game later in the season, he probably would have got another inning. But either way, we're going to talk about it. Leave a like on your way into the show here, or if you're watching on replay, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, especially if you're Met fans, and turn on your notifications so you know when we upload or go live here on Met Central. This was, again, a little bit sloppy at points because they did what they've been doing, which is teasing us with the offense a little bit. They have 1 or 2 innings there where they get a run and then they call it a day, and the pitching staff ends up just being nails, which I will say that's a little bit of the difference where last year they're blowing these games. But let's talk about this one. Kodai Senga got into a little bit of trouble in that first inning, and it started to be like, all right, well, a little bit of deja vu here. But thankfully, you have Hayden Sanger who throws out Otto Lopez trying to, steal a bag there. And I don't want to credit Sanger too much for the throw, to be honest with you, because Lopez went off the bag there. But either way, I mean, you get the out. And that was before that. There was a force out there, and Kodai Senga just works out of a little bit of trouble because he allowed a couple base runners there. And I really liked from Kodai Senga today, which I'll talk about more, how much he was utilizing the fastball today compared to his last start and how he was more effective with it, because last start the velo was kind of down, and last start he was leaving it a little bit too much over the plate in the earlier part of the outing. I thought today he was a lot better with the location. He was a lot better with dialing it up a little bit, and just, he was painting today. Like, he really was. That second inning, especially, just look at the pitch chart there. Pitches 3 and 6 just on the outside part of the plate. Just beautiful. And then you look at the Dane Myers at bat, just making him, uh, you know, chase fastballs, not being able to catch up to it, gets that ground out. His forkball was obviously the best pitch, but the bottom of the first inning, it's annoying though because the offense did what they've been doing. They get 2 base runners. Lindor gets that single to kick things off, which I'm so glad that he is starting to turn things around. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the crowd behind him, like we've talked about, but he has really started to find his rhythm, and that's the 4th time he's had a leadoff hit in a row now. So every game in the homestand, maybe it's the crowd. Juan Soto then strikes out, unfortunately, but Pete Alonso with a single, and you think maybe there's hope that they score here. Brandon Nimmo rather ends up flying out, unfortunately, not being able to catch up to a changeup low in the zone there. Mark Vientos draws a walk, which we'll be talking a lot about Vientos, of course. And then Winker pops out. So it was annoying that they couldn't get a rally going there. And then the bottom of the second inning, I mean, you get a leadoff base runner, Tyrone Taylor with a single. Unfortunately, though, tried to get a little too aggressive there, got caught stealing, and then it was just easy work there. Senga didn't face too much adversity in the third inning. I mean, he allowed that single. I'm not even mad at him for a lot of what he allowed today, though, because most of the contact that he allowed outside of, there was a couple flyouts in there that got pretty deep in the ballpark that did worry me. But for the most part, he was locating the pitch as well. And it was kind of just more, uh, the hitting just being good on the Marlins part. Like that Fortes one that got to the warning track there or close to it. That was a fastball high, way above the zone. Like I'm not going to kill Senga for that. The cutter that he threw to Edwards, it's a well executed pitch. It's just Edwards was able to catch up to it. Bottom of the third inning, though, it was nice to see the connection that we've all been talking about during the offseason. Francisco Lindor gets that single, and then Juan Soto with a beautiful double, chef's kiss. I would like, he's just going to get the complaints that you want to see him crush that cutter there on that part of the plate. But I will take a double any day, an RBI double, 102 off the bat. Just, again, chef's kiss. And that one probably is a home run at least one ballpark. I want to fact check that one, but on a warm day at the very least, that is definitely a home run it actually wasn't. So I take that back, but on a warm day that might get out at Citi Field and a couple other ballparks. But again, chef's kiss there from Juan Soto with that double. Would have liked to have seen the offense contribute a little bit more. Mark Vientos had that hard hit ball and his at bat. It's just unfortunate that there was some good defense out there to stop him from getting that extra base hit. And, that would have been another run there. The fourth inning, again, Senga, a little bit of trouble, but gets out of it. And it was just more good hitting. Like I said, I didn't love the fastball he gave to Konai in that one at bat where he left that over the middle and allowed that single. But still, I mean, gets the double play, getting some results there, like he's David Peterson. The fourth inning, you had the Acuna walk. That was really about it. And the fifth inning, again, allows a single, but gets out of it by getting a double play, getting a strikeout. Senga was excellent. And his pitch count was relatively, I don't want to say it was low because, again, he's on those restrictions, but at 77, I get that they wanted to pull him there. It just sucks because on any given day during the middle part of the season, he definitely goes another inning at that pitch count the way he was dealing. The way that he executed the pitches, though, to generate the ground balls, the way that he was locating the fastball today, because he doesn't have the overpowering stuff, but just the location, just beautiful. And I'm glad he was actually challenging this Miami lineup with the fastballs, too, because the Marlins blow. You should be annihilating them. Either way, though, the forkball, though, it's so gross. It is just so gross watching him throw that forkball and just generated the swing and misses there on that one. Really loved what he gave today. Again, not necessarily the volume, but Kodai Senga gave a very well-respected start there. 5 innings, 5 hits against, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. I will take that, especially because sometimes he does get into trouble with the walks, and you do worry a little bit there that he gets the pitch count up and doesn't give the volume. But he was dealing today. He was absolutely dealing, and it is Miami, so I want to see what he does. This is where I was confused, though. So, well, first of all, the bottom of the fifth, again, would have liked to have seen the offense come through because Lindor gets a single yet again. Juan Soto walks, and you think with Pete Alonso up, all right, let's go. And he chases such a bad pitch that he has not been chasing all season long. It's hard to kill him because he's been so good at the plate to start the season. But you can't swing at that pitch and you can't hit into the double play there. But he does on the sinker. And then Nimmo grounds out to end the inning, just wasting base runners there, which was just so infuriating. But then, with it being a 1-0 game, I'm seeing Danny Young warm up in the pen. And I'm thinking to myself, why? We saw what happened last time he faced this Miami squad. So it's not like it was a different team or anything. And it's not like, it was a good team. It's the same team, and it's not a great team. And they put Danny Young in. Credit to him. He got lost a little bit in the first few at-bats. He kind of dialed in a little bit, though, getting that strikeout there on Pride, locating that sinker well to get that strikeout call. He was all right today. I still think that he's got to go when Nunez is ready, but I can't kill him today. I can't. Sixth inning, Mark Vientos, leadoff walk. Once again, though, this team goes down in order. And Jose Budo comes in, puts together a very good 2 innings of work as always, because I love big butts. I can't lie, but I love Jose Budo just so much. Even though he allowed that single to Myers, and I don't love where he located that sinker, picks him off there and caught Myers sleeping at first base, works out of trouble. Seventh inning again, this team gets base runners, but they just can't capitalize. Senja ends up lining out, Lindor grounds out, and it sucks that they get the rallies with 2 outs all the time. Soto with that single. Soto had a really good day at the plate. Pete Alonso with the double. Unfortunately, didn't drive the run in. And then Brandon Nimmo flies out to end the inning. Just infuriating. And then, um, yeah, Budo, good work the second time or for a second inning. Got lost on Edwards, but it's fine to pitch around him at the same time because Edwards has kind of been doing the most damage for that Miami team. And the bottom of the eighth, they finally got a big hit as Mark Vientos walked yet again. Winker strikes out, but Tyrone Taylor, respect him, gets a nice base hit there up the middle and makes it a 2-0 game. And then Ryan Stanek comes in, shuts things down. He looked great. I really freaking love the slider that he's throwing this year. I absolutely love it. It looks so good. And then on top of that, obviously just the splitter he throws and blowing by the four seam, getting up in the high 90s. It's just beautiful to watch. And this bullpen, once again, it's just every time they're in the game, you expect them to be great. And it's unfair because they're going to mess up at points. But I'm lagging here. Tell me in the chat if it's good. I'm trying to fix this right now. For whatever reason, my computer just crashed in the middle of this, which is so annoying, but bear with me as I fix everything here. Just give me 1 minute to fix everything. Everything good? I really apologize about that. That's so annoying. I don't know why I decided to update in the middle of the stream here. I guess even they got excited about this just unbelievable bullpen. But either way, um, the bullpen was great. The bullpen was unbelievable yet again. And every single time, it is just you're expecting them to do good. It's unfair, but that's just the standard now that they're going to be held to, unfortunately for them, but also fortunately because it means they are so freaking good. Now, just to talk about more of the offense in depth here a little bit. Francisco Lindor, unbelievable day, 3 for 4. Love to see him actually producing there. You got so much production from the top of the order. Juan Soto was on base 3 times, going 2 for 3 with that walk. Pete Alonso went 2 for 4. He had a really good day at the plate, despite, again, not coming up clutch. It's just that's really the problem here. The offense was great, but they just could not get the big hit yet again. 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position, 10 left on. Even Mark Vientos, 0 for 1, but he had 3 walks in this game. I mean, he still did very well, all things considered. And Tyrone Taylor, 2 for 4. I'll take that from him any day of the week. The problem comes down to Brandon Nimmo did not have a good day. Jesse Winker, I'm not going to ridicule him because he's been great this season, but he didn't have the best of games. Like, let's call a spade here. He did not look the sharpest today, but I expect better from him. Second base, though, you're just not getting production from the second base position right now. The catcher position, it's hit or miss right now. I like what Sendras gave, all things considered, and he didn't do anything today, but considering what he is, he's been fine. It's really just not getting production from second base that sucks. And again, not getting the big hit. If they were just able to get the big hit every now and then, this offense would be in such a good spot right now. And this team would be in such a good spot where we're talking about them being like just unbelievable and unstoppable. But unfortunately, we're not there yet. Will we get there? Hopefully. And I expect it with this offense. But it's still really nice to see 5 wins in a row. See this team 7-3 right now. Beautiful. But let me get to the chat and then I'm going to wrap things up here. Again, I apologize for the stream crashing here. My computer crashed there, unfortunately, and had to reset everything. It was just a giant pain. But thankfully we're good now. Hopefully. And if it crashes one more time, then I'm just going to end the stream or I'll hop back in here and end the stream. Let's see what's going on, though. This team is lacking that one big hit from being dominant. I agree with that entirely. Yeah, if they were able to just get that one clutch hit every now and then, it would just change the way we talk about this team so much. And again, I already love them, and I think they're great to begin with. But imagine they were able to put together some big hits here. Need to score with runners in scoring position. Outside of that, bullpen is nails. Pretty much the same thing I've said the entire stream. Yeah, it's got to happen at some point. And I get that last season this was similar to what they were, but it's got to change because the sustainability definitely is, in question there. Mets love to make every game a nail biter. Hell yeah, they do. We love us some cardiac Mets. Rynell, what's going on? Laugh, what's going on? A supposedly struggling Juan Soto, 286 average, 419 on base, 486 slugging, and a 905 OPS. And been on base in 10 straight games. I freaking love Juan Soto, man. He is so good. It is beautiful having him on this baseball team. Every single at bat, you're locked in with this guy. Yeah, it was off at the beginning, the command, but like you said, yeah, he settled in and good on the Marlins that laid off of it. And good on them even when they were able to hit some of those pitches he was putting in tough spots. Lindor's finally come around, which is really great. And then, yeah, Vientos with some good at bats tonight got robbed of an RBI from that nice play. Yeah, it's absolutely unfortunate that he got robbed of that big opportunity because he needed that hit. He really did. 4 through 9 needs to stop being a black hole. That or they just need at least a big hit every now and then from that part of the lineup. I can't believe they had me wanting McNeil back. Same with me, Max. I can't believe it either. First time in his career that he's done it too. Yeah, that's what's crazy. Mets have the lowest team ERA, but almost one full run. Yeah, and like this team right now, if the offense was clicking the way we know, this team would probably be undefeated right now, which is crazy because of how good this pitching staff has been. Like that's what's again, like I've said the past few days, it sucks that they are not hitting, but the positive is that once they get going like we know they could, I mean, this team is going to be unstoppable. Thank God Mets baseball exists is right. And when is Nunez coming back? I'm not sure. We haven't really got many updates other than a couple of rehab starts here and there, but I'd imagine he's back. Maybe after the road trip here. Again, I'm no doctor. I don't have insight on that, but maybe that's when. If I had to make a prediction, if you will. Start this start to the season is the epitome of pitching wins games. And it's weird because usually in this day and age, offense wins games. So I'd like to see the offense get going because of that, especially. But just combining it with both, it would be so beautiful to watch this team. I mean, it already is, but it would be even more beautiful. Just feeling confident when they get guys on base that they're going to get the big hit and drive the runs in. But anyway, I'm going to wrap things up here. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and watching. You'll get a drive home version of the post game tomorrow as I will be in attendance there with Matt. And then, of course, I'm not sure how it's going to go on Wednesday just because hitting up the doubleheader there, the Mets and Rangers game. But that is going to be it. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, especially if you're Mets fans. Turn on your notifications so you know when we upload or go live here. And we'll see you guys in the next one.